So you want shitty podcasts, something to hear when you drive, or some internet loser saying, hey, it's great to be alive. So let's talk nonsense. Hey, why not? We'll soon find out we don't know a lot. But here's one fact I think we both know. You're here now to see the Castoe Show.
Goosebumps, got a range. Now that's hip hop. The fourth trimester in the holy afterbirth. Miracle
Oh my
Girls
God.
Festival. Let me bury your child. Stop me from burying your child. Buttered poopers have a lot of groundswell. Satsuino
agree.
Satsuino Hado Backstreet Boys. Send the kids to the Nerf chamber. The Dark Olympics. The racists must not mix until Time Cube is defeated. Post-apocalyptic T-pose culture. Smegma Man. I forgot about Smegma Man. Smegma Man's probably my favorite.
And who could forget dear Smegma Man?
Who can forget Darling Rap? This should all get cut out, Antwan, and I mean that. I mean that for certainty.
Antwan, keep it in, and I also mean that. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Castoe Show. It's Nick with Mac and a very sleepy Antwan.
Hello, it's me, Mac. I can't say how sleepy I am. I'm actually pretty rested.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, whoa, you got a good night's sleep, didn't you? I could feel it in your voice.
What happened was I funneled my bad sleep habits into Antwan. I funneled him, you see. And now
This is how I
Antwan.
feel, by the way, with you guys being like, keep it in, not get rid of it. No, this is what we mean during that.
Get rid of it.
Antwan sweating bullets. Yes.
What happened was that I placed my hand on Antwan's forehead and he sort of took all of the cursed energy from me.
Did he spit out flies afterwards?
Yes. Well, he's spitting out flies right now, and that's why he's not talking so much because he's
So
muted.
in this analogy, Antwan is like an 8-foot tall black giant named John Coffey.
Antwan, can
And
you give us a line
you
read
are
on
the
on
pisser,
Pyro?
Tom Hanks.
I am the man who pisses on movies, Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Antwan, pull up a picture of all the times that Tom Hanks pisses in movies.
Okay, we can do this. We can do this. A League of Their Own. Green Mile.
Literally Green Mile. Yep.
Castaway.
Oh, he got a good piss scene in Castaway.
Does he pee? Does he pee in the Burbs? He's got that fountain, right? In the Burbs, does he pee in the
It's
fountain?
been a while since I've seen the Burbs. Forrest Gump pisses in Forrest Gump.
Yes. Oh my God, how could I forget Forrest Gump? He's like, I gotta pay. That's the big thing.
Yeah. I must have had about $15, but yeah, because he goes in the bathroom and then sees Marilyn Monroe with the smooch little, portrait thing on.
That's I love that face of Tom Hanks. It's one of my favorites in film. When he pisses so good that he comes.
Oh man, that piss face! My friend has a shirt of all the times that Tom Hanks is pissing, and it just says Tom Hanks pissing. It's the best fucking thing. Antwan, Google Tom Hanks pissing T-shirt. See what pops up.
I'm not gonna do that, John. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dave.
Can't do that, Nick. Sorry. Sorry, bud. Not in the cards.
Apollo 13, he pisses in that machine that ejects him into space.
I'm pretty sure he did that kind of face too. Oh my God. When was the last time you had a piss so good that you kind of squint your eyes, you get that little halfway smile going on?
I don't know. I usually don't wait to piss. Like if I need to piss,
you don't hold it.
Piss. Yeah. So it's I've never had like a release in a while I haven't had a release in a while that was that good.
That's true. Mac pisses wherever he damn well pleases.
I'm pissing right now in my cabin.
Sitting
on my computer. It's about to
He has
explode.
a piss jug, like what Ricky's dad in Trailer Park Boys, who's just underneath his
Howard
desk.
Hughes in The Aviator. Yeah.
Oh my God. Howard Hughes was a piss? Oh, who am I kidding? Of course he was a piss man.
He was, his whole thing was like germs and whatnot. So he's got, the recluse of like the long-haired, scraggly beard, pissing in jars kind of guy. That was unequivocally Howard Hughes.
Well, that's late stage Howard Hughes.
Oh, is it that shirt? Is it that shirt?
Yes,
that
yeah,
shirt
Tom
right
Hanks pissing. There it is.
there?
Yeah,
There it
baby.
is. That's a great shirt. That's an excellent shirt.
Yes, and look at me with the flowing golden locks. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, at least 4 Tom Hanks pissing out of his mind scenes right there. Oh, so good.
Can we in the Aviator super quick?
Mhm.
That scene where he's washing his hands in the lavatory, and he like he's scrubbing them so intensely that like he gets a cut on his hand, and then he has to like scrub at the cut. Upsetting. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I hate when I go and wash my hands and listen. I'd say like maybe 7 times out of 10 I have a cut on my hands because I'm just a clumsy bastard, right? And I feel the sting of either the hot water and the soap or just something going wrong. I'm like, well, this is fucked, but persevere because dirty hands is a no-no. That's my super autistic trait. I can't have anything on my hands.
Yeah. That's one of those like when I used to work with like tile and drywall and stuff, your hands would just be so dry that by the end of it that I wouldn't notice as I was working, but like the second that I stopped, it would be like I have to get my hands in water now.
Dunk them in oil.
I need to like like I cannot keep living like this, and I wouldn't be able to stop thinking about it until.
Well, drywall is also like God's most arid substance. Like touching it just saps all the moisture from your fingers.
That and tile, and it's like it felt bad, felt weird.
You'll know a tile man when you see him. He gives you that dry ass handshake. Feels like you're saying hello to the Sahara.
The hands of an arid workman working on the tiles.
I swear to God, there's always like white crust in between the cracks of their hands.
Yeah,
it's like Mac. When you cook, like say you're cooking something, right? Oh God, that they made a GIF of it.
That's good. Now here's the thing: they could cut that GIF down by let's say half. They could lower the framing, I think, of just like
and it would be very funny. Yes,
yeah, squeeze it from the bottom.
And you'd be jerking your peanuts.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, Mac, when you're cooking something, like say it everyday kind of meal, you go and you crack an egg and you get a little bit of the egg white on your fingy. Do you just wipe it off, or is that a wash?
Ooh, I mean with eggs and chicken, that's a wash. Like it's
got to be a wash, right?
It's the unfortunate state of affairs that in America the poultry is so diseased that you kind of have to at risk of getting salmonella. But you must like it feels like I could just wipe that off. No, hot water and soap for that egg white, hot water and soap for that chicken.
Which is precisely why every time I cook really anything, I end up washing my hands and going through like a half pack of paper towels, and I feel like a dumbass and a jackass because significant paper waste. But I'm like, I can't.
I think get your hand towels out and just like comfortably wash your hands before, and if you're
then I'll become like the grimy bartender, like just. It's the Gilbert Gottfried joke.
Your Majesty. Remember that guy from The Simpsons?
I actually don't. I can't.
Oh, it's Homer walks into some sort of dive bar and he gets a shotgun pointed at him immediately, and he's like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "A beer." And the guy goes like, and he hands it to Homer, and Homer goes, "This glass is dirty." And the guy goes and like wipes it down with a shirt, and he goes, "Here you go, Your Majesty."
I fucking love that. And see, that's also I probably saw that episode when I was a kid. And it does make me like a little hesitant, or if I notice something's dirty in like a restaurant, I'm like, do I send it back? Are they gonna think me bitch? And then I'm like, no.
That's a. I'm not as bad as my dad is super sure. I don't want to say germaphobe, but he's just like super conscious all times about how if something's dirty, the implication. Yeah, there is the guy.
Holy shit!
There's the
excellent pull. Great pull, Antwan.
Here you go, Your Majesty. He does it with his hand. But like we'll be at like a restaurant, and like my dad will watch like a waiter drop a fork or whatever, and then pick it up, and then he'll like say out loud, like, "I wonder if that guy's gonna go wash his hands." Like that's just the kind of person he is, where he's just constantly looking at the disease and dirt of the natural world. How filthy everyone is.
Purity obsessed Papa Souls. Yeah. I like that in a man. All
I
right.
just want to be pure.
It's oh
Covered in
my
hand
God.
sanitizer.
I just saw your dad drenched in hand sanitizer in my mind's eye.
Like a slug on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be so big. He's so.
He's
Oh
a
my
large
God.
man.
He's
Yeah.
like at least 3 Danny DeVitos.
Mhm.
Holy
At
Lord.
least 3. How tall is
Yeah.
Danny DeVito?
Like,
Danny
if I think
DeVito's
of your
like
dad, I
4'7"?
always think of that one picture that you sent me like years ago of him doing like the baby thing where he's like pointing 2 finger guns at his head.
So he was frustrated at a certain
He was
people.
angry in that picture.
No, so what happened was he was doing like a double guns to the head, like kill me sort of thing. I'm like, can you do that again? And can I take a picture of that? And I did. And he like did the face as he was doing that. And I'm like, that's just funny. That's just a baby. Let me send that to my friend. So I
He
did.
looks like a jacked Doc Brown in that picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go. His hair was long, beard
I
formed.
had no idea.
Yeah.
He seems so like jubilant. I didn't imagine he'd be frustrated.
Oh, he gets frustrated. We don't have to get into it, but he gets frustrated.
Papa Soul's is mad.
He gets mad. Yeah.
What drives him to anger?
Oh, we're entering dangerous territory now.
Crap.
To discuss this out loud on the podcast.
We really stepped in this one. Oh shit.
Just
executive decision. We will skip.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Oh man. I hope we got into some just silly, goofy things.
No, it wouldn't be as silly and goofy as you thought.
It's the damn boobs. All of them with their greasy fucking.
You know how I get frustrated at things? My dad gets frustrated at things in a very similar fashion.
Appears to be hereditary.
No.
Do you actually think you get that from your dad?
I think so. We're not keeping this in, but I think so.
Yeah.
We should start talking about the topics on the paper.
Well, okay, we got 2 of them. We got I just wrote down a bunch of bullshit this week. Oh, I wrote down a really funny name for an all dwarf band.
A
metal band, dwarf metal band. It's called Death from Below.
And you did you see a dwarf metal band to inspire this thought, or was it just
No, I wish dwarves banded together and made music, but no, I think I was just talking with my friend who's like a big D&D nerd, and oh yeah, no, because I was explaining to him the bit that we have about Hobbit lawyers.
Yes,
which I will do no more explaining because we're making it, all right. And the SNL plant who listens to all our podcasts and steals our ideas, he's not getting that one.
Did we have an idea that we saw on SNL? Was there one? I feel like there was one.
It's getting frequent. They did what
an inflated sense of ego for us to have to be like, out of the 190 people who listen to this podcast, one of them's from SNL. Like,
right? One of them is consistently stealing our ideas.
What I'm saying is, what an inflated sense of ego for us to have to think that any person in New York listens to this podcast.
Hey, look, it's the fool me 6 times. Shame on you for taking advantage of a vulnerable man. That's what's happening right now. Or it's like, okay, I was able to brush past a few of the bits, but now it's getting ridiculous. Like as soon as they stole our Tombstone bit about Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday just being like
that is what it was. That is what it was. Yeah, where we're just like
that. Yeah. That made me mad. That threw me over the edge because they did it so bad. It was not a good sketch on their part.
Mm-hmm.
Like the execution on that, dog ass. I'm like, it could have been so much funnier.
I will say that bit is from 3 years ago, which is probably before we started talking about that as a bit.
Pre-podcast, I'll admit.
Let's just say they took it from us anyway. They had some like a goon waiting outside our doors or something like that.
Because I know that we've been making fun of Tombstone for years.
For years now.
Yes. Mac and I, how long have we known each other?
Since 2015. End of 2015.
10 years. In our 10-year relationship, we've had to have brought up.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, holy jit.
Now that we're thinking about it, yeah. 10 years. Because that's when we did. This is actually a good history to get into for people who don't know. We met we met each other at school. All of us met each other at school. Me and Nick
That's all good
specifically.
romances do. Yes.
Me and Nick specifically met during a production of a play called The Man Who Came to Dinner.
Oh my god.
Which is not Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. That's something entirely different. That's Sidney Poitier and what's his name?
I'm French.
Yeah. My name is Mr. Tibbs, says Sidney Poitier. But we met the man who came to dinner is one of those old ass like Broadway plays, 1930s plays.
It's a good straight play, is what it is.
It was a good comedy, but it was that production in particular because that was like the first production that I was in Alamany that had like everybody, everybody that I would come to know. I think in that production, and it was fun. It was genuinely like a hoot and a holler to do.
I'll tell you, that was a second before I actually started like acting on stage and all that fun stuff. And I did a stage crew on that show.
Weren't you also
sucked so bad?
Weren't you also like a very minor role? Yeah, that's how Antwan. Then no, hold on. That's Antwan stage crew, and he was very good at his job always. And when we made dumb jokes, he would smile, and that's why I liked Antwan because he would respond.
Everybody loved Antwan.
Yeah, everybody loves Antwan. It's just like Raymond.
He's the Raymond of our high school theater group.
And I must be misremembering it because I was almost certain that you played the younger son in that play. You were like, because I thought you were on stage and you're like, here's a box of cigars or something.
My God. Wait, whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. I got my wires crossed for sure. I did. That was the first show that I actually did, Man Who Came to Dinner. Oh my God, yeah. That's hitting me like a sack of bricks. I was the son. My props were the cigar box, a camera, and our good friend Kevin was in full old man makeup on that show. What a fucking
our good friend Kevin Kubo, who was, if let's be honest, one of the more talented people there. And if they were gonna get somebody to be like an old guy, they were getting him.
That was perfect. Yeah, no,
he played specifically the role of old man in wheelchair multiple times. Because you guys
kind of funny how that happened. Huh?
You guys did a production of What a Wonderful It's a Wonderful Life. Jesus,
it's a wonderful. God. Yep,
it's a wonderful.
You
life.
Really wanted to be Louis Armstrong for a second.
And I think to myself, and he played the role of Potter, and I was like, I remember being in the audience for that and being like, that's exactly the same costume as.
Hey, wait a tick.
You thought this theater department had money. Wait a minute.
No.
Yeah. No
like
money.
All high school theater departments, we were starved.
Meanwhile,
country girls make do.
Another hula hoop to the football team or whatever. Yeah. It was
yes. So all the money did not go to us. Rightfully so. Oh man, you know what also pissed me off? I forgot what production of what we did. But I brought a nice trench coat. I'm pretty sure it was like my dad's trench coat. It was like some nice piece of clothing, right? At least a couple $100. And I brought it there, and a show happens and your mind is just everywhere, and then months down the line I'm like, what the fuck happened to my trench coat? And I am almost certain they just kind of stole it and then threw it up in the big costume closet.
Almost certainly it was when it was at the end of something, we're like, hey, let's clean stuff up or whatever. It was just sort of collected along with everything.
Yeah, because it does look like a costume piece.
Yeah, steal is a very strong word. I don't think there was an intentional decision made by a person in the theater department to take.
Is there such thing as accidental theft?
Yes, of course. It's
okay. Well, then that I'm not pointing the finger and being nobody's
code or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not accusing anybody of larceny. I'm just saying I missed that coat.
Yeah, of course.
Mac, have you ever stolen something by accident?
Yeah, there was. So it was a neighbor, and we were. It was at the time where the DS was big and popular, and the people loved the DS, and we were like, we would exchange DS games. And I remember it was something where he had a DS copy of Lego Indiana Jones, and this kind of fucked up now that I'm like saying it out loud. He had a DS copy of Lego Indiana Jones, and I borrowed it, and I was playing it or whatever, and I forgot to give it back, and then we moved. This was when I lived in Florida, and then we moved back to California.
Hell yeah!
And I had a copy of Lego Indiana Jones that was not mine, and it wasn't a good port. I think I preferred console Lego Indiana Jones, and so eventually I just ended up selling this poor kid's copy of Lego Indiana Jones.
You sold it? How old were you?
Yeah, I know. Like this was a few years down the line when I was just like getting rid of stuff. Like because this was when this happened when I was in 5th grade, and then it was like many years later where I was just like, I don't play the DS anymore, and it's like I don't want to have a lot of this stuff, and I can just like go to GameStop and sell it for a price,
A nickel, a wooden nickel.
Yeah. Oh, we'll give you this nickel for this copy of Lego Indiana Jones. And I was like,
sure,
what?
I guess.
Yeah. It was a goofy thing where I was just like, yeah, I'll borrow it. And then I was like, many years later, well, I guess I'll sell this copy of Lego Indiana Jones.
You hold it in your hands. Ew, I don't want this.
If I ever see that kid again, I owe him like $30 or something for a DS game that I stole from him one time.
With interest, I'm assuming. There's no way you sold a DS game for $30.
No, I wasn't that interested in Lego Indiana Jones, really. So there's no interest there. Did you ever accidentally end up stealing something?
I see you're a good man. The fact that you did remember that, right?
Uh-huh.
The one thing I accidentally stole still haunts me to this day. And really, I'm pretty sure the guy wouldn't want it back anyways. But I just remember it was like, yeah, my mom's coworker from like forever ago. I was a child, right? And I was just like fucking around at her office one day after school. And I see it looked like such a retro thing where it's a voice recorder, but like kind of like a newish, cool looking voice recorder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I only ever see these in like movies with lawyers and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I take it and I'm playing with it and stuff, and nobody noticed at all, right? I was just like, the whole day like I had that, and then I put it in my bag, and it's like, all right, cool, I'll just dang it, like I was just kind of goofing around with it so much, it ended coming home, and God, I can't remember what happened, but it didn't. Yeah, so like we stopped working with that guy or whatever. And then I'm like, Ma, I have his voice recorder. And she's like, I don't give. She didn't say fuck to little Nick, right? But she just made it plainly clear. It's like,
I don't care.
This is of no importance at all. Right? And I'm like, damn it, I stole something.
All right, I found it. I was going through the channel. Here's your analytics for you. If you think anyone from New York is stealing your ideas.
Very,
oh my
very
God,
unlikely.
they're number 2?
Oh wait, they're number two. Yeah,
they're technically
they're number 2.
They also watch the video the most out of most other places.
They took our idea and then they put it 3 years ago in the past, or 2 years ago in the past.
So
who's the guy who runs SNL with the girly name?
Lorne Michaels.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Lauren has access to a time machine, and he's using it to steal our bits.
Do you ever see that Bill Hader thing where he talked about how Lorne Michaels knows everybody?
Come Crusader, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, please explain the bit.
Oh no, you said okay. He was on some talk show like Conan or whatever, and he was talking about like Lorne Michaels knows everybody, so they were doing their Lorne impression of like, but what if like Lorne knew all the serial killers and whatnot? And so it's like, so the impression is just him going like, I was going down to visit BTK killer on death row, and his name's actually whatever, and I just thought it was a good bit.
It's a great bit.
Yeah.
If anything, hey, can we steal that bit?
Yeah, sure. Let's steal the bit from SNL from Bill Hader.
All right. One of us is going to dress up as Bill Hader, dressing up as Lorne Michaels, talking about his best friend Ed Kemper.
Oh, there's so many fucking wigs. Bill Hader, Bill Hader as Lorne Michaels.
Yep, man. And it's going to be like, oh yeah, I caught up with my friend the co-ed killer the other day.
Yeah, and his name's Ed Kemper. We should all respect him a little bit. Treat him like a person,
Ed's a man, all right? We're not going to dehumanize Ed.
I think you be Lorne Michaels, and at that point, I be Ed Kemper with like a well.
Was it Conan or was it like Letterman?
I think it might have been Letterman. It was one of the talk shows. Again, it was all the talk shows except for Conan sort of fade together in my mind. Conan, I'm usually able to like distinguish. That's Conan O'Brien. Like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, the Jimmys, they have no personality. It's like, soaking a piece of white bread in water and then shoving that in your mouth.
I genuinely have to be reminded which one is which every time I talk about them because I don't remember. And my brain refuses to carry that information.
Who's the effete Jimmy who did that one movie with Queen Latifah?
It's one of them. And that's the best.
It has to be Fallon.
You.
I think it's Fallon because Kimmel is the guy whose kid is sick and he cries about it all the time, which makes me sound like a heartless bastard. But he's really got to stop crying. He's
hosting a show here. I don't feel good making.
He just likes crying all the time. This kid doesn't even have to be sick. So it's like
okay.
No. Trust me, this is a valid opinion. I'm not the only one who carries this.
I'm sure, bud. Hey, listen. Hey, bud. Sure.
Thanks, Mac.
I care. I do care.
Optician's concern. Thank you.
God.
All right. What else do we have on the list? Oh, well, Mac, you're seeing a movie tonight. I saw the movie last night, and I'll prep you up for it right now. Who is the director of this Weapons thing?
That was Weapons. Okay. Quick history about Zach Kreger. Zach Kreger was a member of the Whitest Kids You Know.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
He was probably the most he's certainly the most famous one now, but he was one of the main
Trevor
ones
died.
along. Yeah, well, it's like Trevor Moore had a show. He had a television show for a hot minute and then he died. Unfortunate state of affairs. I'm talking about like in terms of how many like times they were in the sketch, because Trevor Moore was like almost always in the sketch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Zach Kreger was also almost always in the sketch. And so after, Trevor Moore died, rest in peace. Zach Kreger a few years ago wrote Barbarian, 2022, I think. And here's the thing. I watched Barbarian, the trailer for that on TV once, and I'm like, it was, in my opinion, the perfect kind of trailer in that it shows you a bunch of things that you don't have answers for, but it tells you nothing. It tells you nothing about what the movie is going to be about, besides the fact that it's supposed to be a horror movie. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in watching this movie, and I'm not going to even talk about the plot of it too much because I think you should go into that movie blind without knowing anything about it. And just experience it. It's one of the most fun times I've ever had watching a movie in a theater, because it was not insanely packed, but it had a few people in there, 75% or whatever. And
Gosh.
There was a certain point where a character is doing something, and an African American member of the audience goes, "Girl, hell no, girl, hell no," and it was perfect. Everyone was into it. Everyone was like, yeah. It was good. And the movie ended, and it ends in a very abrupt fashion. Like it just like literally like something happens, action happens, ends. And it ends with written and directed by Zach Kreger. And I very loudly said, "Zach Kreger directed this?"
Oh my God.
It was the same thing when I watched Knives Out, and it's Knives Out ends, not as quickly, but it ends. And then it goes written and directed by Rian Johnson. And I was like, Rian Johnson made this? Like, I had the same reaction where I was just like, I know Zach Kreger. I like Zach Kreger. I did not know that he had made Barbarian. And it was like, oh my God, this is what a wonderful surprise. So all that happens. And then a couple years later, Weapons, written and directed by the creator of Barbarian. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like I'm all for it. I want to go see this movie so bad. So I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it tonight. However, you said you saw it.
Yes. I'm really trying to think, because he was a big part of, like, Kreger was a part of the Whitest Kids You Know. Great white boy sketch comedy group.
He's the guy that goes he's the guy the Abraham Lincoln guy that goes, "Oh, you fucked up." He's that guy.
He was Abraham Lincoln had it coming.
if you only know meme culture, he's the guy that goes, "Now you fucked up." now you fucked up. Like he's that guy.
I know him as the guy who holds the gallon of PCP.
Yes. Hey, do you do a lot of PCP? Got a gallon.
like that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I see it. It's like PCP guy. Oh yeah, and I was completely convinced that Weapons had to be like some kind of Stephen King short story spin-off, whatever. It feels so dirty Stephen King that when you told me it wasn't Stephen King, I'm genuinely surprised. It's like, okay, cool. You know, other people have similar streams of consciousness, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
go for it.
Yeah, that's a film, dude. I'm not gonna spoil too much about it. The girl from Wolfman with the short hair, who we both said she needs a different haircut.
Yes,
she brought that same haircut to this movie.
Unfucking believable.
Unfucking real is what I said to myself. Where it's like, oh, Mac's gonna see this, and then he's gonna be like, I already know. Like somebody who is a producer on this movie saw Wolfman, and it's like, we need that. I want that exact fucking look in my movie.
I'm assuming these were filmed in similar times because they were only released 8 months. I don't think that they filmed the entirety of Weapons.
Well, they brought the fucking hairdresser along from the other movie too, because it is like exactly the same.
I'm sure that's just what her hair looks like, and I think that we were just being. I don't mind us being catty, but I think that we were just being catty about we don't like the way her hair looks, honestly, when it's short and
exactly. It's like, no, she's a pretty lady, and I'm just like, come on, somebody.
We're like, I don't know if that hair works for me. It works for me.
Yeah, look, I could just devolve into catty little insults and whatnot, but it's like, no, she would literally just look so much better with a different hairstyle.
Mm-hmm.
But you do you, queen, slay. I'm gay. Yeah. Also, Josh Brolin in this.
I mean, she had no hair in the Fantastic Four movie, so
No, and that was a great improvement. Yeah. I think that was pretty slick.
I herald
no pun intended.
Beginning. Yeah.
Yep. Your planet has been marked for death. It's a man who painted himself completely. Josh Brolin in that movie delivers a compelling performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Brolin. Wong from the MCU. I don't know his real actor name.
Mm-hmm. Benedict Chung. Is that right?
B Chung. I'll believe you.
B Chung.
Yeah, watch out, bro. He does something fucky with his eyes, or like, whoa, okay. And who else was a big standout?
Benedict Wong. I'm mistaken. Benedict Wong.
Oh my god, his last name's actually Wong.
Yeah, he's a good.
Fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those good Asians.
I know that the cop is played by
Han Solo.
Howie Doyle from
Hobie.
Hobie Doyle. Thank you.
Yeah.
Missing his
friend. I literally saw him, and Wench was all like, "Why does he look so familiar?" And I'm like, "Would that it were so simple?" And then I was like, "He's fucking Han Solo."
Yeah. Watch it. He's about to do some lasso tricks with a piece of spaghetti or something. Watch it.
Yeah. He's a character in there, man. It's one of those movies where it breaks it down in kind of like chapters and kind of different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. That's the way that
it's good.
That's the way Barbarian was kind of set up structure wise too, where it's like very much a horror movie for like up to and then a piece of action happens, and then we cut to a different character and we're like, wait, what is happening? What's going on here? And then like it almost becomes a different movie for like a few minutes as we follow this character doing their thing. I feel that. It felt like it was a comedy for part of it, and then it's like the horror slowly crept back in, and then it was like more shit. Yeah. So you're saying
I'm glad you said that, because there are a few parts in Weapons where I'm watching it and I'm like it's such a human reaction to something like frightening happening to you, but it's the funniest shit you've ever seen. Like it got the whole theater laughing, and I'm like, oh, that was great.
I'll spoil it.
Just a well-placed what the fuck.
I'll spoil it a little bit of Barbarian because I think it's important to understanding.
Absolutely.
part of the horror of Barbarian is like these people in this house discover that there's like a secret basement that like seemingly leads on for a long time with like a bunch of weird shit inside of this secret basement. And that's horrifying, right? If you were staying in a house and you just discovered this like secret hole in the wall that had all this shit inside of it, you're spooked. You'd be spooked, I think.
Yes.
And when we follow the second character, the second character gets reintroduced into the same scenario, and we already know it's terrifying, but to him it's not terrifying. It's like, oh, sick! This house has so much like floor space. We can do we can do so like
super activity.
Reaction, Mac. My honest reaction.
Yeah, that's genuinely spoilers from Barbarian with no context. Like, let's
put that on Reddit. Put that on iFunny, wherever it can get a bunch of upvotes.
Yeah, it's so I'm very excited to hear like similar things in this movie. But yeah, it's
no, even the way that you're describing it right now, or it's like I don't want to say anything, but it's like there are some very similar kind of plot beats, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And another very quick thing is that the way that Zach Krieger described writing both movies, it was like a writing exercise for him. Where writing Barbarian, he just wanted to write like a scene where a woman was put in an uncomfortable scenario and was given like every red flag in the world to leave. And then he was like, well, let's see like if I were to make this a thing, where it would go. And he would just like kept writing it and turned into this movie. And he described this writing process to Weapons as similar of like, okay, small town. What's something weird that can happen in a small town? Where would it be? Like a school. Okay. What happens at this school? What's weird about it? Okay, there's no children in the class. Why are there no children in the class? They all left one day. And he's like, okay, let's start there and see where I go. Like he doesn't plan any of his shit before he starts writing it. And I think
I
that's
love
kind
that.
of like
I love that.
Yeah. He's just like, I want to see where I go with this idea that I have. And
Mac, that sounds exactly how we write shit.
Huh? Yes. Yes.
Wow, a fellow nincompoop writer. That's awesome.
Fellow jokester.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's not. I'm pretty sure we mentioned this before, but like Mac and I are in the process of writing a very own television show that will be picked up by absolutely nobody. But it's been so fun.
For our benefit only.
Yeah. Oh God, it's such a good benefit. As soon as I finish like writing an episode with you, I'm like, that's some of the most hilarious shit I've ever thought of.
Well, yeah, because we're writing it. Very
yes. Yes. So it's like knowing that this guy has the same exact process, where it's like, hey, just kind of start typing, see where it leads you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And apparently, just looking this up, he is directing the next Resident Evil movie.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. So we'll see how that works out.
I have faith in this man. All right, believe like Weapons. I like that movie. I'm gonna give that movie. I want to give it an 8.
How many
I just
booms?
feel like it's a.
How many booms?
I'm gonna give it 8 booms. You know, it was a good time at the theater.
I'm very happy to hear. I'll see how much I like it, or if I don't. maybe I'll be like, you know what? I think Zach Krieger sucks.
It's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, sure, it's a horror movie, right? But it stops being scary as soon as you like, and it's intentional, right? Or there aren't that many like horror beats as the movie goes on, just because you kind of you're getting wise to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, and I did explain that in like kind of just like rambling to myself as we were like leaving the theater. I was like, oh, it's like fear of unknown. Like things are way scarier in the beginning of the movie, and then once you start piecing things together, it's like obviously you're not going to be scared unless something's like jumping at you. But he's not cheap. You know, that barely happens in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, good.
That's good. If you like this movie, I encourage you to watch Barbarian, because I saw that. Again, I described the fact that the first thing is people staying at a house and they discover like a secret place filled with things. And like just after I saw that movie, I went to a wedding in Virginia and stayed at an Airbnb, and we found like a secret hidey hole but behind the laundry machine. And I was like,
oh, fuck, it's just like Barbarian.
Yeah, that was the first time I think ever that I've like seen a horror movie and then been like, nope, I've seen this. I've seen this in the thing. I'm not doing this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Mac, have you ever been, or I wouldn't even say it's like in your home. You can take care of yourself, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if you were a dainty lady and you lived alone.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you want to? Wouldn't it be like in your mind to get something to protect yourself?
Depends. I mean, I never want to say like, okay, I'm now this person and I'm purportedly raised in a different, or not purportedly, assumedly raised in a different way. I don't know if I would have the same values or ideas about the world that I do now. If I was raised in the exact same way, yeah, I'd want like a stick or something, or
Yeah,
maybe even
any
a
kind
big
of
gun.
equalizer, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, and it's just I felt that way so intensely in the beginning of this movie, where it is, like the blonde lady with funny hair. She's
Mhm.
in a house alone, and she just hears like shit in the house.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how has this never even crossed your mind, woman?
That something bad could happen to you while you're in your house.
And you're alone. It's like, yeah,
Mhm.
sure, strength in numbers. You are one, and
Mhm.
it is completely dark, and there's nothing that you can grab or use. And I'm like,
Mhm.
pains
Yeah.
me. But yes, a lot of people don't think about their own personal safety until scary clown people come after you.
God, I wish clown people still harass other people. I don't really wish that, but it was kind of an interesting period of time.
What?
Do you not remember that when clowns were
I
just
do
like,
remember clowns. That
yeah,
was an awful point.
yeah.
Everybody
I
was
don't,
saying the same thing, where it's like, okay, hell on earth, yes, hell on earth.
but just like when people remembered when that happened, or like when something, I don't know, people get in fights or whatever. People are like, man, Australia is like a PvP enabled zone. Dog,
Oh,
the entire world is PvP. Like you just don't remember because everyone in the server acts super kind usually. But like the second someone pulls a gun, that's in that. Hey, listen, server rules they can get banned for it, but they'll still do it. Like,
mm-hmm. BAN. What does that mean? What does that? What does it
you're
say?
fucking banned, but I do
Yeah.
not even own an instrument. World of t-shirts. Love you, bud.
Exactly, guys. I mean, as much as I like to believe in, the human kindness and the fabric of society holding us together, there are some savages out there. So do
Uh-huh.
whatever you can to protect yourself, please. God,
I'm begging you, please.
I'm begging.
I'm begging. And then it's just
All right,
a
and
picture of
to wrap up
chicken.
this episode, what is your favorite version of the song "Beggin"?
The one that the band it's spelled like foreskin. Manskin. Is that
Yes, manskin. I was about to say that one too, where it's like I love Four Seasons, but
foreskin?
manskin.
He's
Ooh, baby.
bracing me. Cutting
Oh,
my foreskin, baby. You ever think
with
about
his
that?
teeth. Yep,
With his teeth.
they do that, right?
Yeah, they do. They some of them do. Yeah, and that's a point of contention. And I imagine it would be. But can you imagine a grown up Jewish person getting his foreskin? And this isn't trying to be controversial, because they only do that with the babies, right?
Yeah.
So imagine a grown man getting his foreskin bitten off by a bris, a moil.
He's just standing there while it happens, and then everybody's like, "Yay!"
Yay! And they're all clapping.
We're going to leave you with that thought. Oh my god!
The little children, they clap their hands. Nothing in this episode is usable, by the way. This whole episode's banned. You know, on the Castoe show, you can watch what you want, then you can go. Make sure you subscribe and like it too. Ooh, and then you'll realize Castoe's here for you.